Hey everybody, it's Adam, live and in person for you. Hey everybody, it's Adam, wonder who he'll interview. Call me Adam.com.
Hey everybody, it's Adam Rothenberg of Call Me Adam and its podcast, Burying It All with Call Me Adam. I am so excited that you are here with me today. So, J. Armstrong Johnson is a singer, actor, and one of the nicest guys I know. That part, I don't need my notes for. Okay, so he starred in 5 Broadway shows: Hair, Phantom of the Opera, Catch Me If You Can, Hands on a Hard Body, and On the Town. And every Halloween, Jay pays homage to the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus with his own show, I Put a Spell on You. And before the pandemic, Jay was seen in Roundabout Theatre Company's world premiere of Scotland, PA, and he's also known for his role on ABC's Quantico. Now, September 1st is Jay's birthday, and I got Jay's request. Jay is going to be celebrating his birthday at Feinstein 54 Below with a birthday celebration, a new concert called There's No Place Like Home. We're going to end perfect timing. Here is J. Armstrong Johnson. Hi.
Hey, Adam.
How are you? Oh my God. Are you okay?
It's going really well. I'm great.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, I'm so excited that you're here. I have to get my notes situated. So how are you?
I'm great. Things are picking back up in our world, so
Yes.
I'm staying busy and happy and, all the good things.
That's so wonderful. Well, let's start with life restarting, opening up again. So what are you most excited about outside of performing and that you can work again?
I'm kind of just most excited to get back into rooms again, to start creating in person again. I was able to go to a documentary film premiere Saturday night at the Majestic Theater, and I got to walk a red carpet and see so many friends I haven't seen in almost 2 years. So just, theater people love to be around other people. And so I think that's what I'm most excited about, is to see all my friends and start creating things again.
That is so exciting. I did get a request just in the comments real quick to show the cats.
Oh, wow. They're out in the living room. I mean, we can get to that for sure.
Okay, we'll get to that a little bit later. I just don't want to. I'm trying to be more mindful of the comments as we're talking as well. So,
absolutely.
It's very exciting. Oh, Gary just joined. So exciting. So now, what is what's something that you're having a hard time readjusting to with life opening back? Oh, there they are. Well, there's one.
There's Barnaby. Hi, Barnaby.
Oh,
say hi to your
Barnaby.
friends. You have fans out there, Barnaby.
Hi, Barnaby. Is that from because of Hello Dolly?
For me, it is. My
Uh-huh.
partner just liked the name, but I played Barnaby in Hello Dolly at the Muni with Beth Level as my Dolly.
Oh
and
my
Rob
God.
McClure as my Cornelius. And Mamie Paris as my Irene. It was a
my
wild
God.
cast. So for me, that's the reason why we named him Barnaby.
Yes. I love it. I love it. So what's the hardest part about life opening up and readjusting to the world for you?
I couldn't help but be nervous in a full Broadway theater. I've had 3 friends that had breakout cases of COVID even after being vaccinated. So, the film, The Show Must Go On, was actually really kind of hopeful and kind of gave us a playbook on how theater should and can reopen safely. And so that's what I'm most nervous about. Hi, Barnaby. Is just that I'm fearful that it'll happen. I'm not even trying to put this out into the universe, but
No.
we're looking at other places of the world that try to reopen theater and they had to close back down. And so I'm just trying to put the good energy out there that we can stay safe and stay masked and be able to enjoy live theater again.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. I went to my first show this weekend. I went to Bucks County Playhouse to see the Mary Lou Henner show. And
Nice.
I was so excited to be there, but I was nervous because they were strongly encouraging all patrons to wear masks, regardless of whether you're vaccinated or not.
Totally.
And so I mean, I'm fully vaccinated, but I still wore 2 masks actually because I didn't know what it was going to be. And the people sitting around me did not wear their masks. So I was very glad that I had my 2 masks, but it is very scary. And I don't know how I'm going to feel. You know, I'm just going to have to take it show by show and
That's
see
right.
how it goes. And
Well, you go to a Broadway show, that's a mask mandate, baby.
that's right. That's right. And vaccinated
Yeah,
mandate too.
vaccination cards.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to show proof of vaccination at the door.
Yes, you too. You
Yeah, before
too.
I even stepped onto to the red carpet on Saturday night, they asked me for my proof of vaccination. So,
Oh,
I mean, they
wow.
they were on it.
Wow. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're checking because that's what they say they're going to do. So it's nice to see that they're doing it.
That's right.
Oh my God. It's a whole other, it's a whole other time.
For sure.
So now, because we just went through a challenging time, I'm starting with the heavy stuff first, and then we'll get to
Do
the
it.
fun, light stuff. So now, because we just went through a hard time, when life gets hard, oh, Charles just joined. Hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
How do you get through tough times? Like, what are your top 3 things that you do to get through challenging times?
Um, Meditation is one of those things. Back during On the Town on Broadway, I was having like some pretty debilitating stage fright and performance anxiety for the first time in my whole career. And it was actually Megan Fairchild of the New York City Ballet that told me about transcendental meditation and how it really helped her with her stage fright. And so I studied it. Found a guru and studied at the David Lynch Foundation. And so that's been a really kind of fantastic, um, what do you, yeah, it's been awesome. I read a book about it. You know, it seems
Mm.
like voodoo, hippy dippy stuff, but it's actually like scientific and smart. And so that's one thing that I do a lot. Um, I've been trying to work out more. What do you know? When you get your blood flowing and your breath going, endorphins are a real thing. So that's been helping a lot as well. And I try to, take my broken heart and make it into art. You know, anytime I'm feeling things deeply, I try to turn to writing or reading or performing or producing, and just to keep my mind on the prize of what it is that I felt like I've been called on this earth to do, which is just to create.
Yes, those are great things to do. And I do want to know, since you mentioned On the Town was the first time you got stage fright. I mean, where do you think that came from? Because you had done shows prior to On the Town. So where do you think it all of a sudden came from, and maybe why that show?
Yeah, I guess I've always had stage fright at a certain level. You know, I always get nervous before going on stage, regardless of whether it's a one night concert or it's a show that I've rehearsed for months. But with On the Town, it was my first lead role. It was the first time that I was really probably going to be considered for Tony nominations. There was lots of pressure from our producers to sell tickets, and so I guess I didn't really quite understand what it would mean to lead a show, not just on stage, but like off stage, and all of the press events that you have to attend, and the pressure of what it means to deliver such a taxing show. I mean, it was really hard on my body. I was having to go to physical therapy multiple times a week, massage therapy once a week. So it took a toll on my mind and my body. And it was the first time I was like, oh, right, this Broadway thing was my dream as a kid, but I didn't quite realize what it meant to lead a show 8 times a week with the pressures of the Tonys and ticket sales. And we were playing in a huge theater. And, so it was just a lot of things that were swirling. And
Yes.
so the meditation really kind of helped focus myself on the work. I've trained in this. It's what I love to do. It's what I've always wanted to do. So meditation really kind of helped me just hone in. Just go out there and do your job, right? Don't worry about the Tony voters. Don't worry about the ticket sales. That's not your job. Your job is to do this double pirouette and to do this knee slide and to sing these notes and to kiss Alicia Umphris.
And what better show to be able to do that in?
Right?
Exactly. I mean, what better job to have than that? That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to get at. I saw in the comments, Big Dog wanted to know, you did mention that you exercise. So what did you do to stay in shape during quarantine? That's what Big Dog wanted to know.
Yeah, Peloton actually.
Oh,
My partner downloaded the app, and then I was like, "Ooh, this is nice." So we got a bunch of weights. We had some weights delivered, Peloton weights, and so it's an incredible app. There's actually meditation, there's yoga, there's strength, there's cardio. We don't have the Peloton bike, and I wish that
okay.
we did. But that's been kind of keeping my body in check, at least for the
That's
last year and a half.
that's awesome. Well, Christina says you look amazing, which you do.
Thanks, Christina.
Um, do you take any of Cody's classes on the app? I don't know if he does strictly bike or if he does some of the
I'm not
non-bike
sh
classes.
I'm not sure if I've taken Cody's class actually. I'll have to go check. Jess Sims is my girl. Like, I just
Okay.
really love her classes.
All right, awesome. I used to go to the Peloton studio when I was going to gyms, and I would take Cody's because he would always play the best music and he would dance on the bike. So
Of
it
course.
was very fun. Yeah.
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 And my friend Ross Rayburn is one of the yoga teachers, and his classes are incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. J Username, do you know JRHEA456 says love you, bud.
Oh,
Yes.
hey. I'm trying to see all
I
the
I
comments as
know it's
well.
so hard to talk and I'm doing the best I can
It is
to
hard.
read all the comments. Um, so now X amount of years from now, when somebody mentions J. Armstrong Johnson, what do you hope people say about you or remember about you?
Ugh. Um, what I really hope they say about me is that I'm was a nice person first and foremost. My mama taught me those morals, and then I would hope that they would think that I made a mark on the world, and like maybe change some lives with what it is that I created. Gavin Creel was a huge inspiration for me when I was understudying him in Hair. And he was the first real, I guess, role model for me that showed me what it meant to lead a show both on and off stage. Because around that time was when marriage equality, we were fighting for marriage equality, and he started Broadway Impact.
Yeah.
And so we were doing Hair, which is an incredible musical on itself, but we were then going out to Times Square for rallies, and our producers allowed us to march on Washington for marriage equality. So this idea of having some kind of social impact as well as doing the thing that I love to do, which is to sing and act and dance, has always been kind of at the forefront of everything that I want to be doing in life. So yeah, that.
That would be awesome. I mean, I can attest because I've known you a long time. I can attest that you definitely will be remembered as one of the nicest guys, which is why I included that in my introduction.
Thanks,
So,
Anna.
oh, and Mr. Clancy says, I will remember you as being one of the best and sexiest dancers to perform on Broadway Bears.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So let's talk. I saw a few questions come in about your upcoming show at Feinstein's 54 Below. So let's switch gears
Cool.
for a little bit.
Great.
And let's talk about this show. So it's September 1st, which is your birthday.
Yeah.
And it's called There's No Place Like Home. And it's you're going to pay homage to your Texan roots, all the country artists that you love. So I know Andrea had a question. Can you share some of the songs that you are going to be performing during that concert?
Yeah, sure. I'll share a few. The Chicks, as they are now known, were a huge inspiration for me growing up. I remember going on mission trips with my church, and we would blast Sin Wagon while we were in the van on our way to our missions. And which was just hilarious that we were a Christian youth group that were blasting the song Sin Wagon, and yet we were living our dreams. So that'll definitely be in the show. Garth Brooks has also been, I mean, country music is what I kind of grew up on. I think it's the one we were always listening to country music radio. And I mean, I think I found like pop and R&B somewhere around third or fourth grade when I would have like babysitters that would be playing it in their rooms while they were babysitting me, and I was like, ooh, who's this? But Garth Brooks was one of those artists that I loved, and I had his albums, and so The Thunder Rolls is a song I'm
Mm,
gonna do.
yes.
Because I've also been through a few crazy storms when I lived in Texas.
Mm.
So maybe I'll tell a couple of stories about some wacky storms that I lived through while doing that song.
Now, the press notes do mention one of the queen of country is Reba McEntire. So I have to ask you, first of all, have you ever gotten to meet Reba?
I have not, and I'm it's like Reba and Beyonce are those two people that I'm like, if I meet them, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might pee, I might faint, I'm not sure what it is. And because she's been on Broadway and she like I have so many people that actually know her and have performed with her or have interviewed her. And so I'm just waiting. I'm just kind of biding my time until maybe we're at the same event or I don't know. It's making me nervous just to even think about it.
All right. Well, I don't want to make you nervous. Let me just go to a few comments real quick. Darren says you were a genius in Scotland, PA, and Michael says when he was in high school, he and his friends drove from Kentucky to St. Louis to see you in 42nd Street.
Oh,
They also saw Newsies, and they saw you in On the Town, and you inspire him so much. You're freaking amazing.
thank you so much. Those are all such fun shows. I love those shows. I love the Muni in St. Louis. I miss
Yes.
them.
So
Yeah.
good. So good. Oh, Big Dog wants you to sing Fancy by Reba.
Oh, well, maybe you'll have to tune into the live stream, Big Dog, if you can't make it to the actual show.
Oh, it's going to be live streamed. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
happy. Oh
So
my
54
God.
Below, yeah, they just reached out because they've been trying this new live stream thing for audiences that can't actually make it into
Yes.
the actual club. So yeah, I just signed the contract for the live stream. So if you don't live in the tri-state area, you can tune in to the show the night of and see it. So stay
You
tuned.
you are a gem for signing that contract because I will have to watch the live stream because I'm not going to be able to actually make it there in person. So, oh my
Get
God,
it.
that's so exciting! And
I'm
everybody,
excited.
I know everybody watching right now is probably just as excited because if you don't live like you just said in New York, you can watch it live streamed, which is very exciting.
That's right.
Okay, so now the show is called "There's No Place Like Home." So why do you consider Feinstein's 54 Below? Because I want to give them a plug. I definitely want to give them a plug because this
Absolutely.
space is amazing. So why do you consider them your home? Like why there's no place like home. So why them?
Jennifer Ashley Tepper and I actually went to college together,
Oh
and
wow.
my freshman year, we weren't allowed to audition for any main stage musicals. And Jennifer was going to the Tisch School of the Arts at the time, and she was producing and directing this cabaret at NYU, and I auditioned for it, and she cast me. And so we've had a relationship since I was like 18 years old, and she's been such an advocate for me. And then when she became the development or the director of
Programming?
programming
Yeah.
at 54 Below, she's always asking me to come in there. And it feels like I've sung there so many times over the last decade. Um, and so it does feel like a second performance home for me. I was able to do my biggest solo concert there that was then made into a live album. Um, that was back in 2016. I did my very first Halloween show there also back in 2016. So it does feel like home, and I feel like I have people there that I know and love. So the title of the show is kind of a twofer because there's no place like home. I'm going back to my Texas country roots, and then I'm also going back home to 54 Below to do my first solo concert since this all shut down.
Yes. I love the double meaning. Tina says she's gonna watch the live stream. She will be there now.
Yeah, Tina.
Yes, wonderful. Okay. Oh, Andrea wants to know, are any of the clothes you are going to wear at the concert, although it says cloth, so I don't know, Andrea, if you actually mean cloths or clothes, but are any of them going to be vegan?
I know one of the jackets that I'm wearing is all like sparkly, so I don't think that there's
Oh.
any animal stuff in that. And then there's denim. I actually haven't figured out what I'm wearing specifically, but you know what? Just for you, Andrea, I'll try to make sure that it's mostly vegan.
Oh, that's so nice. Now, when you say sparkly, do you mean rhinestones?
Like a rhinestone cowboy. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I'm very inspired by Lil Nas X and his whole cowboy world. I'm very inspired by Reba McEntire. So I'm trying to find my queerest cowboy self when I approach this concert.
I love it. I love it. Are you a Dolly fan? Because I have not heard you mention Dolly, and
I,
she's just synonymous with country
you know,
music.
I'm a late Dolly fan. I got
Okay.
on because Dolly, I'm like a 90s country kid because that's when I
Mhm.
grew up, and Dolly wasn't really played during the 90s all that much. But this past year, maybe 2 years ago, I came across a podcast that's called Dolly Parton's America, and it like
Yes.
blew me away. And of course, I know I Will Always Love You, and I know Jolene, and I know 9 to 5, and all of her major songs. But just recently have I really become like a Dolly stan.
Hmm.
So I don't know, you might hear some Dolly in there. I don't know, you might.
Okay. All right. Well, since you did grow up in the 90s, my favorite Dolly Parton movie came out in 1990. Was it two? In 1992, Straight Talk with James Woods. She played a radio host, psychologist, radio psychologist. So,
I got to see that.
you do have to see it. It's literally my favorite Dolly Parton movie, and it's the movie that made me want to work in the entertainment business. So,
That's amazing.
yes.
Yeah, I think Dolly was off like doing movies and TV shows during the 90s, so she kind of maybe put that recording career a little bit behind her then. So maybe that's
Yes.
why I
Yes.
didn't hear a lot of her music.
That's all right. That's right. You're discovering it
Yeah,
now, and that's what
that's right.
matters.
It's true.
And actually, it's funny. It's not funny that I kind of purposely brought up Dolly Parton today because I just got in the mail today. So she came out with a limited edition strawberry pretzel ice cream at Jenny's I think it's in Tennessee. They partnered together, and it literally just arrived just before the interview started. So right after this interview, I am going to eat my Dolly Parton strawberry pretzel ice cream.
That sounds delicious.
I cannot wait. I am so excited.
Is there like is there like salt on
I,
the
I
pretzel? Like,
I haven't opened it yet. I'm
all
not
right,
sure.
all right.
It literally it came and I was like, I just hope it has not melted because it's like 100 degrees here today in New York,
I
and it
know,
has
so
spent all day on the FedEx truck. So it was packed very well, and you'll be happy to know that all that flavor and the other three flavors I ordered came solid as a rock. So
well, keep me posted on
I
the
will let you
flavors
know.
because I might
Yes.
have to order some.
Yes, I will keep you posted for sure. Okay, let's talk about Broadway because I did see a few questions, and now I'm going to try to see if I can scroll to see them. But my first Broadway question for you is: so you've been in 5 Broadway shows, and I want some backstage stories. So I'm going to give you some things that I thought of that maybe will jar memory for
Cool.
you. So did you ever so you were in Phantom, which I got to see you as Raoul, which you were amazing.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So did you ever get too much fog in your lungs at all while performing in
Um,
Phantom?
Not really. I mean, Ralph's not really on stage for the major fog scenes.
That's true.
And so there's one scene, but no, actually, there was never. What was a little precarious though was the fog that happens in the underground layer, like the final scene right before the show ends. It would often like make so much condensation on that really slippery stage, and so when you run out for your curtain call, it's like an ice skating rink sometimes, and so we would like the stage managers would like warn us like, hey, it's pretty wet out there today, so be careful when you round that corner because last thing you want to do is slip and fall on your butt for your curtain call.
And did you ever fall?
I kind of did one of those like whoa.
Uh-huh.
Like I
Uh-huh.
slipped a bit, but I never actually went fully down. But there have been a few people that have gone down.
Oh, oh my gosh. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you weren't one of them.
Thank you.
Oh, Big Dog. I knew I saw a question. Big Dog had a question. Let's see, current role on Broadway or dream role on Broadway? Like, what would you like to play?
Oh, you know, back in college, I did Floyd Collins by Adam Gettle,
Yeah.
and it's been this show that has just stuck with me. It was the hardest role I'd ever played up to that point. He's from Kentucky, so there's some Southern roots there. The score is absolutely stunning. And so I heard that Tina Landau is reworking it, and I think I could just like, call it a day. If I were to be able to play Floyd Collins on Broadway, I think that I could just be like, yep, okay, we did it. but that is truly such a dream role of mine, even though I played it in college. But I was a little young for it back then.
Hmm.
So the older I get, the more right I am for it. So I don't know. I would really, really love to play Floyd.
Well, you put it out there, so
Putting it
it's
out
going to
there.
happen. Yes, yes. Oh, Michael says see you at 54 Below on September 1st. And my friend Kyle Fox just joined. Hi, Kyle. It's so
Hi,
nice to see
Kyle.
you. Oh, Kyle and I used to work together at Spotco. That's
Kyle
how
and I
we
were in like
met.
the same freshman dorm, if it's the same Kyle Fox.
Oh my God. Kyle, we never had this discussion while we were at Spotco. I can't believe you kept that from me.
That
Oh my gosh, crazy,
is
crazy.
crazy.
Okay, so in the lines of falling, I know you didn't fall in Phantom, but have you ever fallen off the stage in a show?
Off a stage? Maybe not off a stage. I've definitely fallen during a show, but maybe I'm not, I can't really think of any time.
I think you would remember if you fell off the stage. That
Yeah,
seems like it would be pretty. You would get pretty injured.
yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
I got flew into a wall when I played Peter Pan. That was pretty wild.
Oh wow.
Our flag guys got a little too excited one night. Straight into the wall.
Oof, oof. Did you break anything or injure?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
All I did that day was break a leg, you know.
But bum.
But I'm bummed.
Okay, so now this one. What was it really like to get naked on stage in hair?
Um, I really thought it was going to be way more terrifying than it was. But there's something about that group of humans that was in that cast, and there's something about um, protesting war and screaming the word freedom at the top of your lungs while you're doing it that just it became so much more than about being naked. You know, it was a protest. So
Mm.
I don't know when you're in it and when you have the people around you that you're closest to, um, that kind of scariness goes away. But then Broadway Bears happened, and I was like, oh, this is supposed to be sexy and exciting, and there are thousands of people out there, and they're all drunk and screaming at you. So like that was like probably more terrifying to like
Hmm.
get naked
Hmm.
on stage than it was to be in hair because we were so in that moment as a
Hmm.
company, I guess.
Did you ever have any self consciousness, like with Broadway Bears, to get naked, or are you just like completely comfortable with yourself?
I'm I've been starting to get more comfortable, and I think Broadway Bears was that kind of seed for me like 4 or 5 years ago when I first did it. Um, I've been trying to get more comfortable in my body and with sex and sexuality in general. And so I always looked at Broadway Bears and kind of maybe judged it from afar and thought, oh, that's just for hot people that just want to show off their bodies. And then when I actually did it, and Amanda Green wrote the song that I sang, and I loved the director of the show because we did Catch Me If You Can together, Nick Kenkel, and the number that I did that year was like a rainbow of brilliant, beautiful humans, all body shapes, all colors, all genders. And so I was like, oh, this is what it's about. It's not just a bunch of like hungry muscle bros and skinny ladies in heels, like which that is in there, and we love to see it. But the community that's built around that, yeah, I got excited about it. And of course, I mean, I was in the gym like every single day for like months leading up to it,
Hmm.
just so I could really feel comfortable up there. But the hair and makeup team at Matte Cosmetics does a really great job of taking what you give it and make it even better. So all of the shading and the highlighting and the bronzing that they do, really, it helps the situation out a whole lot.
I love it. I love it. Well, so actually, some of your co-stars, former co-stars, have just joined. Nicholas the Ward. He says, "Sending you love.
Hey,
You're
Nicole.
on the town brother." And Anthony Hollick from Hair
Oh,
says, "Still sexy
sweet.
and exciting."
Oh,
Oh, I'm
love
so
them.
excited. Thank you both for joining. That's so exciting.
Hey, Fran.
That's so nice. You have
Thanks.
such great people in your life. I tell you.
I really do. That hair thread, we text each other every single day, like the past,
Oh.
and we that was like 12 years ago at this point, and I we get text messages from each other just all the time, and it's the most wonderful group of humans. I miss them all dearly.
That is so nice.
Right?
I love it. I love hearing stories like that.
Yeah.
Now, when you were on the town, did you ever get asked out by a sailor?
No,
Oh.
but it was always very fun during Fleet Week to like, I don't know, I like always went around and like took selfies with all the sailors during Fleet Week, and we got to like tour the Intrepid, and but I was never actually asked out by a sailor. That would have been cool. Although my boyfriend at the time might have gotten upset by that, who knows?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I guess that could have caused some problems. Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
just a little.
yes, yes. Um, okay, so now of the theatrical shows you've done, which one did you do just because it seemed fun, and which one did you do because it really spoke to your heart?
Hmm. The one that I did that I thought would just seem fun was actually On the Town at Barrington
Uh-huh.
Stage Company. Because I was doing Hands on a Hard Body at the time, and we weren't doing well at the box office, and we were already getting messages from our producers saying that we were in jeopardy of closing. And so when I auditioned for On the Town, it was right around the time that I found out that we were actually going to be closing really early. And so I was really just sad that my very first role on Broadway was coming to an end, especially in a show about Texas. And I felt so close to my home and to my heart.
Mm,
So that was a bit of a devastating blow to have that show close so early.
yeah.
And so going into an audition for On the Town at Barrington Stage Company, I was kind of lackadaisical about it because I was sad that Broadway was ending for me,
Mm,
but I needed a job. And so that was the first audition that I had after that. But little did I know that that summer stopped production up in Pittsfield, Massachusetts was going to then be my first leading role on Broadway, which just never happens. I don't know how that waiting for Guffman situation was actually a reality. But I guess when you get John Rando and Elizabeth Stanley and Alicia Umphris and Tony Asbeck and Clyde Alves and all into the same room, then magic really can happen. So yeah, that's the one that I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do this just to pay the bills
mhm.
and a little summer fun. But then it wound up working out so well for me.
Yes, yes. And now
Um,
Jay's Nicholas is on here with us. I mean,
that's right.
how amazing is that? So you got a real, you got a real friend out of it. So
So many
definitely worth
friends out
it.
of it.
Yes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so nice. All
Yeah.
right, let's move to, because I know we only have like 10 minutes left. So
Oh,
we have to talk about love and we have to talk about skydiving. So let's talk about skydiving first. So that's something that you and I have in common. We both have gone skydiving, not together, but
right.
separately. So when did you go skydiving?
It was for my 30th birthday. I remember back in my like mid 20s being like, for my 30th, I'm going skydiving. I just like made a choice that I was going to make that happen. And I got like 8 of my closest friends together who were all willing to go jump out of a plane with me. And we did it. And it was so freaking fun.
Yeah. Now, where did you do it?
In New Jersey,
Oh, yes.
I don't remember the name of the airport. It's like a really small local
Yeah,
airport out
I
there.
I, I have it in my Facebook Messenger because I still have that conversation.
Right,
But
right.
I don't remember the name either. But yes, when you said New Jersey, now I remember you saying
Totally.
yes, yes. So what was the scariest part of you for skydiving?
Um, it was because you go in tandem with
Mm-hmm.
another human that knows what they're doing. And so it was when they opened the door to the plane when we were up there, and they just started shoving me toward the open door.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, "Oh wait, what are you doing? I think you made the wrong choice here." So that was actually the scariest part when it like the reality of what was about to happen
Hmm.
was happening.
Yes.
So then it was
Yeah.
wild.
Yes. I would say the free falling was the scariest for me because you were just like
Right.
you were going down very quickly, and then when the parachute opens, and I didn't know how long you were going to spin around for. Did you spin when the
Oh yeah,
parachute first opened? Yeah. and
totally.
and I was like, is this like how the whole trip down is going to be, just spinning around? Because if so, I might get sick. But luckily it was just a few moments, and then like, I mean, I did it in Vegas, so like I was overlooking like mountains and
Oh,
everything.
cool.
What did you oversee
I could
in
I could
Jersey?
see New York City and like in the distance, which was very, very
Oh my
cool.
God.
And like you could kind of see like the Hudson Valley as well because you were way up that high. But now
Wow.
I want to skydive like everywhere. Like I want to like maybe go to Hawaii and skydive there so I can see what it's like to look down on an island, or go out to Vegas and see like a desert or something.
Oh
I
my
want to like
God.
I I got the itch and now I want to keep
It-
scratching it.
yes, it was so fun. I did, if you do it in Vegas, I did it through Skydive Vegas. And
Okay.
I mean, my instructor, he was amazing. He had a great sense of humor. He kept me calm. But I do
Cool.
feel like skydiving is something you do at a big birthday, because I did it for my 40th birthday. Because I went to Vegas for my 40th because Olivia Newton-John was performing on my birthday. So,
Naturally.
as you do. And so I wasn't sure if I was going to go or not, but I decided I'm going to go. But I purposely booked it for after my birthday and after seeing Olivia Newton-John, because I was like, if I die, at least I'll know that I died seeing Olivia Newton-John and celebrating my 40th birthday.
There you
So,
go. You did it
you
right.
got, yeah,
And
yeah.
you lived.
I did. I lived, and I have the video that I love watching. But I mean, the real reason I did it was because a question I used to ask on all my interviews was, "What's your superpower? If you could have a superpower, what would you have?" And I mean, I would say 90% of people said they wish they could fly. So as I was flying through the air, I kept shouting out, "Call me Adam's flying! Call me Adam's flying!" So yeah, it's totally amazing.
Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
and then as you were flying through the air on the parachute, what was like going through your head? What did you think about?
Oh God, I don't even really know. I just think that I remember how just like how happy I was. I think it was like a state of bliss. Because
Yes.
it'd been something that I wanted to do for so long, and I don't know. I just really remember just feeling this sense of bliss. Really, I don't
Yes.
know.
No, I would say that. I would say that as well. Yes. Well, let me go back to some comments because I do see some things coming through.
Cool.
Jazzman NYC says he's looking forward to seeing you at 54 Below. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yes. Andrea says, would you do a reunion concert with Ryan Scott Oliver's music with Alex and Lindsay? I'm guessing
That
Alex Brightman and Lindsay
Lindsay
Mendez.
Mendez. Yeah, I've been trying to get a reunion concert together to do 35 millimeter for like a while.
Ooh,
And so it would be Alex,
yes.
it would be Lindsay, it would be Betsy Wolfe, it would be Ben Crawford. So because it's our 10th anniversary this past year since we did that album and that show off Broadway. So I really do hope. I mean, Lindsay's off in LA being a TV star. Alex Brightman, I think, is in LA as well, being a TV star and a TV writer. Ben's about to go back into Phantom. I'm not sure where Betsy is, but she's always kicking ass and taking names. So fingers crossed. Put it out in the universe for us, Andrea, because I would really love to sing with those humans again.
Yes. Well, we are. Andrea will. I am. You are. We're all doing it right
We're
now
all
on
doing
Instagram
it
Live.
right
Yes.
now.
Yes. Oh, Big Dog wants to know what's your go-to audition song?
Um, it's actually Why from Tick Tick Boom.
Oh my God.
If
I love
I'm
you.
if I'm ever asked to sing a song, especially for contemporary musical theater, that's the one that I go to. It's the song that got me Hair. It's the song that I sang in that cabaret that Jennifer Ashley Tepper directed when we were in college together. I usually do it at most of my smaller cabarets whenever I perform anywhere around the country. So it's just one of those songs that means so much to me, and it's about continuing to do the art even through hard times. And I don't know, the Tick Tick Boom soundtrack was really pivotal in shaping me as an artist and a human when I was in high school, and it continues to be so.
Yes, that was one of my favorite shows. I think I saw that show like 5 or 6 times. I mean, especially because eventually it had, I mean, of course I had to see it with Raul Esparza and Amy Spanger and Jerry Dixon. But then it
Right.
started to have a rotating cast. So I got to see Molly Ringwald in it. I saw Joey McIntyre.
Wow.
Who else? Who else went? There were a few other people that had went through, and I just remember seeing it multiple times. I mean, I loved it, and I do. I love that soundtrack. And during that time, I was like struggling with wanting to be in entertainment and getting a day job. And I mean, I went the day job route, but I hear you with that soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Jen says, sounds like such fun, such a rush and fun, the skydiving. Yes,
Oh,
Jen, yes, definitely,
highly
definitely.
recommend it.
Yes. And I hope I pronounced your screen name right. Lofter, Lauftr, says Jay with the bedroom eyes. Aw, so sweet, so sweet. All right, so we have just a few minutes left, so I want to end on talking about love. Because right before the pandemic, like when you were in Phantom, so maybe it's not right before, but when you were in Phantom, you and your boyfriend moved in together.
Yeah.
So what has life been like living together?
It's been great and wild. I mean, we moved in together because he works a day job and I usually was working on Broadway when I was in Phantom, and so we never ever saw each other before we moved in together. So I mean, if we're gonna continue this, we at least got to maybe share the same space. And then when lockdown happened, it was like, oh, we're 24 hours a day, we're gonna be around each other. So it's been exciting. Getting the cats has also been so much fun. We are super, super in love with those crazy little boys. They
Oh,
are getting their little testicles cut off next week, so
oh,
we have a busy week next week.
yeah.
But it's been a wild ride and super fun. Lots of movie nights.
Yes. Oh, that's so nice. What would you say has been the biggest adjustment to living with somebody?
I mean, I've lived with a few of my partners since living in New York City for like the last 15 years, but I would say the biggest adjustment has been the working from home aspect of it
Mm,
all, because there's so many, like he has his work calls and I have my work calls, and so now we have a workstation out in the living room and a workstation in the bedroom, and so just kind of navigating who needs to be where and when has
yeah.
been like a big adjustment. And also I'm really loud, and so so I've had to like kind of like sort about Jay when you're on your calls, Jay, because I get very excited when I'm on my calls.
Oh. And what are some movies you have watched since you mentioned movie nights?
Well, Will has gotten me really into the Criterion collection. He's a huge movie buff, so we've got a bunch of Blu-rays from the Criterion collection. And he's a big scary movie fan as well.
Uh-huh.
And like I like a horror film, but not as much as he does. So like Rosemary's Baby was a movie that he introduced me to that like super scary and super cool. Um, he had me watch the John Wick films, which I was obsessed with.
Oh.
I got to introduce him to some 90s films that he had never seen, like Sister
Like,
Act 2. And I
oh.
was like, how have you not seen Sister Act 2?
Did he see Sister Act 1?
I think I think he had seen Sister Act
Okay.
1, but not
Okay.
2. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
2's better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Uh,
I like one better. I
oh,
like one.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Although two did have Shirley Ralph
Yeah, and
in
Lauren
it.
Hill.
Yes,
It like
that's
introduced
true.
Lauren Hill to the
Yes, that
world.
is true. That is true. All right. I see. I could see the argument there.
Hot takes, hot takes.
Yes. I love it. All right. And lastly, what is your favorite thing to do at home that nobody else sees? That now you're going to tell us all.
Oh, my favorite thing to do at home that nobody else
Well, I
sees.
would say your favorite thing to, well, okay. So I initially thought of the favorite thing that you two like to do together that nobody else sees. But you could also talk about the favorite thing that you like to do by yourself that nobody else sees.
Um, it's probably the cooking. Um,
Oh,
Although sometimes I do Instagram about it, like when I made that bomb ass mac and cheese. But when the pandemic first started, we like really got our kitchen together and started cooking a lot more. And I don't know, I guess I have a bit of a flair for the kitchen and for the culinary arts in general, and I didn't realize that I did. But apparently Will thinks I do. So that became a huge part, especially like the first 6 months of the pandemic. I really, really got into it, lots of baking. We got an instant pot, which was like a game changer, especially in like the fall and the winter.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. We have to use our Instapot more. That's the goal for this
I
fall and winter. Yes,
can't wait.
yes.
Can't wait for some more lentil soup and some chili.
Mm. Ooh, yum. Yeah. Oh my God. I actually do make a really good turkey chili that I
Mm.
get from. So I have this cookbook that I bought ages ago, but it was called Cooking with Cher. It was like when Cher's chef wanted to release a cookbook, and it's the recipe from there, and it is delicious.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
send it to you if you want.
Will also and I we went vegan for like 9 months of the pandemic, and then we kind of fell off the
Oh.
boat when we got the cats because they actually need meat, and so all of a sudden we started eating meat again. But we're kind of like steering back toward veganism, which is kind of
Okay.
exciting and fun, and lots of cool recipes there too. I don't know.
All right. Well, then the turkey chili probably would not be a good recipe for you to have if you're
But
going in the way of
I'm
vegan.
just talking about, I'm so hungry right now. I'm gonna have to eat something right after this.
Well, then luckily for you, we do have to end our time,
Ah,
unfortunately. I know. I love talking to you.
me
I
too.
want to thank everybody for joining us today. I loved your questions. We loved seeing your comments. Oh, we want to share a recipe too, Adam. All right,
Oh,
Joelle, I will post it on Instagram
give
so
the people what they
everybody can
want.
see it. Yes, yes. So everybody watching, please remember, not please, just don't forget. How about that? More difficult. Don't forget Jay's show, Feinstein 54 Below, September 1st. It's his birthday show, so we have to show him lots of love. There's no place like home. I'll have the ticket link on my website, callmeadam.com. It will probably be up tomorrow. And you could also go to Jay's website. It's just Jay Armstrong Johnson, right?
.org. Yeah.
.org. Oh, you got .org. All right. And you could get tickets there. And, of course, you could go to 54 Below's website and get tickets there as well.
And if you can't show up in person, it will be live streamed.
Yes.
So get a ticket to the live stream.
Yes, which we're so excited about. And I can't thank you enough for joining us. And just for anybody out there, if you're interested in learning how to interview celebrities with me, I just started a course called the Celebrity Interview Masterclass. If you DM me the word celebrity, I'll give you some more information about it. And I know Andrea was just on my webinar last night, and Tina was just on the webinar last night as well. And Tina signed up for the course, so I'm very excited to have her with us. Yes. So thank you again for coming, and we'll see you on September 1st at Feinstein's 54 Below.
Love you, Mom.
Bye. Yes, thank you, Jay's mom, for joining. Bye, everybody.
He'll get the dirt and the scoop and the story, for he happens to be in the know. Just ask anybody who's had 'em. Adam lives for the business of show. Call me Adam.com.